Shall we start?
That's recordings.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today, we're going to do a quiz on the topic we completed in the last class. In the last class, we did subject-verb agreement. We discussed the concept of subject-verb agreement, right? So, subject-verb agreement has to do with number, right? Number in grammar. Number means singular or plural, right? So, the number of a verb in a sentence. The number of a verb in a sentence. So, the basic rule of subject-verb agreement is that if the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural, right? So it means that singular subjects require singular verbs and plural subjects require plural verbs, right? Now, uh, here we have the first question of the quiz, right? So this quiz is found on Google, right? If you type in subject verb agreement, quizzes, you'll get a number of results. The first result is this quiz. It's from the website grammarbook.com. Grammarbook.com. So it's a quiz on subject verb agreement. So this is the first question on that uh, website, right? So what does the question say? Every one of the shirts has or have a green collar, right? Every one of the shirts has or have a green collar. Now, here you have two choices among the verbs, two choices between the verbs. The first verb is has. The second verb is have. So one of these is singular, the other is plural. Now, which one is singular, has or have? For that, I told you in the previous class, if the verb ends in S, then it is taken as singular. If the verb does not end in S, it's taken as plural. So has ends in S, so it is singular. Have is taken as plural, right? So one is a singular verb, the other is a plural verb. Now we have to decide about the subject. Is the subject singular or plural? So if you look at this question, you have this shirts. Shirts is plural. Let's suppose you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts, right? That is plural. But this word shirt is modified by every one, right? Every one of the shirts. Every one of the shirts. So what does it mean, every one? It means the 5 shirts are taken one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taken one at a time. The clue is in this word, one. One means one, singular. So, what does that mean, right? It means the subject is singular. Every one of the shirts taken one at a time. So, it's a singular subject, so you'll have to choose a singular verb. So, every one of the shirts has. Has is the answer to the question, right? So, now I'll write down the second question on that website. It says, this singer, this singer, okay, along with others, okay, along with others, okay, play or plays the harmonica, the harmonica, okay. Now, you may know that the harmonica is a musical instrument which you play by putting it into your mouth and blowing, right? So a harmonica is a musical instrument. Hmm? Now we have, let's look at the verbs. The verbs are play and plays. So the verb plays ends in s. So this is singular. Whereas the verb play does not end in s, it is plural. So we have to decide whether the subject is singular or plural to choose the verb, right? Now here, what do we have? We have this singer, right? This singer, and then we have this word, others. So, you see, others is plural, but this singer is singular. Singular means one singer. Okay, now here we have a comma, two commas, one after singer, one after others. Now, how do we decide whether the subject is singular or plural? For that, what you need to remember is that a phrase like along with, okay, is called, it's called a connective, okay, connective. Now, uh, now, what happens when you have a connective? Let's look at some other connectives. Instead of along with, I can as well say together with, okay? This singer together with others, okay? Or yet another connective is the word with, right? So this singer with others play or plays the harmonica. Now, when you have a connective like this, and you have a pair of commas, one after the first subject. This is the first subject, and this is the second subject. When you have a sentence constructed like this, you have one subject, comma, connective, second subject, comma, then the verb will agree with this subject, the first subject. So this singer is singular, it's a singular subject. So the answer is plays. This singer, along with others, plays the harmonica. Okay. Uh, so, uh, okay. Now we look at the third question. The third question. The third question says sandals and towels. Sandals and towels, okay, is or are essential for the beach. Okay, so you know we have a seashore, that's a beach. On the beach, sandals and towels are or is essential, right? So now again, we have two choices between the verbs. The first verb is, the second verb is are, right? So is ends in s, it is singular. Are does not end in s, it is plural, right? Now we have to decide whether sandals and towels is singular or plural. Now here, what do we have? In the previous question, we talked about connectives. Connectives are phrases like along with, together with, etc. Okay. But in this question, the third question, we don't have a connective, we have a conjunction. Okay. All of you remember what a conjunction is. A conjunction is a joining word, right? A conjunction is a joining word. So here we have a joining word like and. We have a conjunction and, right? So now, how does that, okay? Let's suppose we have two people going to the beach. Two people means there will be one, two, okay, three, four. There'll be two pairs of sandals. Two pairs of sandals. And we have one, two, right? Two towels. So what does it mean? It means one pair of sandals plus another pair of sandals plus one towel plus one towel. That makes it four. So four is what? Plural, right? It is greater than one. One is singular, but four is plural. So what does that make it? Sandals and towels is a plural subject. So the answer is R. So the answer is R, right? Now, this is a rule in grammar. It says that when you have two subjects joined by the conjunction and, two subjects joined by the conjunction and, the verb is plural, right? So let's suppose, to illustrate this, this is the same example I've been using for the past, 15, 20 years. So we have a subject like Ram. Then we have a conjunction like and. Then we have a second subject like Sham, right? So we have two subjects joined by the conjunction and. Now, the verb will come immediately after this, is or are here, right? So what does the rule say? When two subjects are joined by the conjunction and, the verb is plural. Ram and Sham are here. Okay? So here, for this question, we have sandals and towels are essential for the beach. Sandals and towels are essential for the beach. Right? Let's look at the next question. Okay, the fourth question. What does it say? It says the president, right? The president or the vice president, the president or the vice president, okay, is or are speaking, is or are speaking, okay? The president or the vice president is or are speaking, okay? Now, what is the rule for this, okay? Now, here we have a conjunction, or, right? Or is a conjunction. So is the pair of conjunctions either or. Then you have yet another pair of conjunctions, neither nor, right? So here, okay, the rule states when you have two subjects, okay, when you have two subjects joined by the conjunctions or either or neither nor. here we have two subjects. One is this subject, the other is this subject, right? When you have two subjects joined by the conjunction or, either or, neither nor, the verb which comes here, the verb which comes here agrees with the nearer subject. So we call this subject as nearer, this as the farther subject. Okay? When two subjects are joined by the conjunctions either or, neither nor, or, the verb will agree with the nearer subject. So this is called the nearer subject, this is called the farther subject, right? So let's take one example. Let's say we have the teacher, right? Or the children, okay? Teacher or the children is or are here, right? Now, teacher or the children. Now, if you look at this subject, we see that teacher is singular, okay? Whereas children is plural. So the verb will agree with this one, children. So children is plural, so you will take are. You will choose are. Now, suppose you reverse this, right? Suppose I put the children here and the teacher here. Then what happens? The verb will agree with this. This will become is, right? So I'll repeat that rule. When we have two subjects joined by the conjunctions or, either or, neither nor, the verb will agree with the nearer subject. So here in the fourth question, we have two subjects. One is the president. The second is the vice president. The conjunction is or. So here what happens, the verb will agree with this one, vice president. So vice president is singular. So the answer is, right? So the answer is. Okay. Now, we will look at one or two more questions. Okay. One or two more questions because the time of the Zoom recording is limited. Okay. The time of the Zoom recording is limited. So now we come to the fifth question. What does it say? It says either, okay, Cassie or Mari, okay, either Cassie or Mari, okay. The two choices among the verbs are pay or pays, okay, the employees, right? So we have two subjects joined by the conjunction either or. Okay, I'll read the question just to make it clear. The question says either Cassie or Mari pay or pays the employees, right? Now, here we have the conjunction either or. Then we have the two subjects, Cassie, Mari. These are the two subjects. Now, okay, Cassie is singular, it's the name of a lady. Mari is also singular, it's also the name of a lady. So we have two singular subjects joined by the conjunction either or. Now, as I said, the verb will agree with the nearer subject. So we have, what are the two choices between the verbs? One is pay, the other is pays. Pays ends in S, it is singular. Pay does not end in S, it is plural. So this is a singular subject, so the answer is pays, right? Okay. Shanmugam, do we have time? Shanmugam? Hello? Hello, Shanmugam. Okay. So okay. It looks like we have time. So we'll go on to the next question, right? Uh, the next question. Okay. Next question. Just a minute, Shanmugam. I'll just do one more question. Okay. So the sixth question is either, okay, the sculpture, sculpture or the paintings, either the sculpture or the paintings. The two choices between the verbs are is or are here. Okay. Now here, okay, let's look at the verbs first. The first verb is. The second verb is are. Is ends in s, so it is singular. Are does not end in s, it is plural, right? So we have the conjunction, a pair of conjunction, either or. Okay. Now, then we have two subjects. One is the sculpture, the other is the paintings. The sculpture is a singular subject, whereas the paintings is a plural subject. So when you have two subjects joined by the conjunctions either or, the verb will agree with the nearer subject. The nearer subject is paintings. Paintings is plural. So the answer is are. Either the sculpture or the paintings are here. Okay. Now we'll look at one more. Okay. So the question is the okay the coat or the hats. The coat or the hats. The two choices among between the verbs are is or are in the closet. Okay, a closet is a cupboard, right? So, okay, so here if let's look at the verbs first. Is and are the two verbs. Is ends in s, so it is singular. Okay, are is the plural verb, right? I told you that in all the questions on subject verb agreement, one of the verbs will end in s, the other will not end in s, right? So the verb which ends in s is singular, the verb which does not end in s is plural, right? So here what do we have? The coat or the hats. Okay? In this, or is the conjunction. And the two subjects are the coat and the hats. Between these, coat is singular and hats is plural. So when you have two subjects joined by the conjunction or, the verb will agree with the nearer subject. The nearer subject is hats. Hats is plural. So R is the answer, right? R is the answer. Now, next, the eighth question. Now here we have a variation. It says neither, okay, she nor I. Neither she nor I. There are three choices. One is, the other is am, the third is are. Okay? Neither she nor I is, am, or are getting the lunch. Okay? So here we have three choices. Neither he, she, nor I is, am, or are getting the lunch. So here what do we have? We have two subjects, she and I. And the conjunction is neither nor. Okay? Pair of conjunction is neither nor. So the verb will agree with the nearer subject. I is the nearer subject to the verb. So will we say I is? No. Will we say I are? No. Will we say I am? Yes. So am is the answer. Neither she nor I am getting the lunch. Okay. Now, okay. So next, we have the next question. Each of the dancers, each of the dancers, okay, it says spin or spins uh, brilliantly, right? Brilliantly, right? Each of the dancers spin or spins brilliantly. You know, dancers spin, okay? They spin brilliantly. Now, here, what about this? So let's look at the verbs first. One is spin, the other is spins. So spins is a plural. Spins is a singular verb. Spin is a plural verb. So we have to decide whether the subject is singular or plural, right? So here we have the word dancers. Okay, dancers is plural, but it's modified by each, right? Now, how does the word each modify? So let's suppose you have one, two, three, four, five dancers. When you say each of the dancers, you mean one at a time, one at a time. Okay? So the subject is singular. So the answer is spins. Each of the dancers spins brilliantly. Okay? Uh, next. Okay? Uh, ninth, 10th question. Right? 10th question says mustard, mustard greens. Okay? Mustard greens is or are my favorite, my favorite vegetable, right? Mustard greens is or are my favorite vegetable. So mustard greens are like something like mustard. Okay, that is menisu in Kannada. So anyway, mustard greens is a plural subject. So the verb is are. The answer is are because the other verb is emptiness. It is singular. Okay. Mustard greens are my favorite vegetable. Right. So the very last question of this quiz. Okay. Shanmugam, are you there?
So yes, sir.
Okay, just one more question, then we'll have to stop. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So the very last question, it says every everybody at the party, everybody at the party, okay, was or were enjoying the food. Okay. Okay. Everybody at the party was or were enjoying the food. So here, let's look at the verbs first. The two verbs are was and were. So was ends in s, it is singular, were is taken as plural. So we have to decide whether the subject is singular or plural. Now, here the subject is everybody at the okay, everybody. Now, what does that mean? Let's suppose there are 10 people at the party. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 people at the party. When we say everybody, it means the whole group together as one. Okay? Everybody means everyone together as one. So it becomes singular. So when we have everybody, it means it's a singular subject. So the answer is was. Okay? Now, so that is it for this episode of Subject Verb Agreement. Shanmugam, hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you stop the recording, please?
Yeah, okay.
Can you stop the recording? Okay, and
Uh,
okay.